Yes, people, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV. No videos outside St. James Park today, or outside at all, to be honest, as it's absolutely lashing it down. Again, this British summer completely stinks. What a washout. I am desperate for a holiday, desperate for these Champions League trips away. Now, there's some big news today that's came out on the back of the negative news that came out yesterday that caused fans to really kick off. But the best thing is that the club have responded swiftly in an appropriate, positive manner. So we're going to get into that in a minute. We've also got a little bit of transfer news, mainly another outgoing to talk about from Newcastle United. The incomings have gone a bit quiet, but now the lads all back in Newcastle at the Benton training ground. Everyone's getting back to work. Ashworth and everyone, they've had the little USA trip now. Yeah, you've run up and down the rocky steps. Time to sort the signings out, because we are just a couple of days away from the Cellar Cup, and then obviously just over a week away from the Aston Villa opener in the Premier League season. Please do subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it. One place to start, and that has to be the ticket membership ballot fiasco. Yeah, all the kickoffs yesterday because the club had announced that this new balloting system, after tens of thousands of people had signed up for memberships, by the way, they missed out the odd information about you wouldn't be able to choose where your seat was or how much you were going to pay. So yesterday there was ructions online. Obviously Twitter exploded, meltdown city, and rightfully so. I mean, I'm making a bit of a joke of it now because thankfully it's changed. But yesterday it was bang out of order. This was probably the biggest hiccup and mistake that the new owners have got wrong at Newcastle United since taking over, and that was this new membership scheme where you were going to be paying £40 to £74 for a match day ticket in the Premier League at St James's Park. So for the Aston Villa game on the 12th of August, they were saying it was going to cost you between £44 it was to £74, and you didn't have a choice which one you were getting, where you were sitting, or how much you were paying. So the ballot was going to work where you just register your interest after paying £37 for a membership, and after that, but look, you may get 74 quid taken out your bank account whether you like it or not, and you may be sitting wherever you've been put. But now all of that has changed. Newcastle United announced just before that membership ballot went live this morning at 10 AM that there was a change to the system. They've listened to the fans' feedback and they have changed the way the ballot system works. So now, rightfully so, you can select which category you'd like to be in. Category 1, 2, 3, and then it gets expensive, and that is the Platinum Club, your bar 80.92, your £70 plus to see Newcastle v Villa. This isn't even Newcastle v Manchester United. Newcastle v, Manchester City, the big stars. You're not seeing Holland or anything. You're seeing, to be fair, Villa are a decent side now. But the point being that it's not a huge team. This isn't a Champions League match, which are £55. You're not seeing massive world-class stars or anything, apart from, obviously, Julian. But the point being is that normally the categories, the prices go up depending on who you're playing. So for this just to be bog standard, £70 it was a bit crazy, but the prices are still there. But now at least the members have a choice. We're going to get into what the club did say in response to the fans' feedback yesterday in just a moment. But I'll put it on my screen now. This was my process this morning for getting getting my Aston Villa ticket. Hopefully, give myself a chance to get my Aston Villa ticket, because I am a member, I'm part of the ballot. And everyone always says, "Mate, how come you're not a season ticket holder? Big fan, YouTuber, all this, what's going on?" I'll explain it again for the people that don't know. I'll be sick of this, but I can just clip this part up and then send it to them whenever they ask, or put it in another video. I'm not a season ticket holder because a few years ago, I left to move to Dubai for work. When I went out there, I didn't know if I was going to be out there for a few months, like I was, or a few years. So I gave my season ticket up, and then obviously I went and moved to Southampton to do my master's degree. So I wasn't actually in Newcastle for a good couple of years. And then we had COVID and everything, and my season tickets gave it up. And to be fair, back then, it was absolutely pointless. You didn't need a season ticket. You know what I mean? So because of my work commitments back then, I didn't get a chance to go to every away game. So I had no problem picking up away game tickets because the demand wasn't there. I could easily get away tickets through friends and that. And then it was the same with home games. I didn't need a season ticket because I could quite easily get my hands on a home ticket, whether that be through a friend or through the box office. There was always tickets left for home games. Majority of the time, if you want to sit in level 7 at least, or there was always options. And then it got to the point where they were giving season tickets away, them 10,000 half free season tickets. So didn't necessarily need one back then. And it was a absolutely awful decision on my behalf, because now I'm never going to get one again, am I? So yeah, I wish I obviously hadn't gave it up now, looking back at it, but you're talking a good few years ago when Rafa just left and Mike Ashley, and we couldn't sign anyone on loan, and it was absolutely disgraceful. You know, it was a lifting experience. So that is why I gave up my season ticket. And obviously, I've been trying to get one for the past couple of years since being back in Newcastle. Still yet to have any luck on that one. So we'll keep trying. We'll keep seeing what I do. But thankfully, I'm in a fortunate position now through creating content on YouTube and working for Sky and BBC. That sometimes I get tickets through those revenues, those outlets, and then obviously sponsors might sort us out now and again, and followers like Greg, you know, like I mentioned on yesterday's video, and when he invited us to the Gallagher Lounge, and always managed to get a ticket somehow, but I always try and do it the proper way before, you know, asking for favours or trying to get it through work or whatever. I'll always just want to be a fan and just try and put money back in the club, and that's my way of doing it through the membership scheme. So I will wait and see. I've entered the ballot. Let's see how successful I am throughout the season of these ballots. But either way, I'll find a way, and I will be in there against Aston Villa, right? I will be in there. I've managed the Carabao Cup Wembley ticket. Yeah, cost a fortune, as we all know, but I was there. Probably bad shout out in the end. Should have just stayed in Box Park. But, you know, I'll be there for Villa, no doubt. First game of the season, I am there, no matter what. But for 74 quid, I tell you what, I want to be on the touchline, sitting next to Jason Tyndall, combing his hair for 74 quid against Aston Villa. That's what I want to be doing. But I didn't enter like that category. I was very tempted. This is the thing as well. People will maybe try and stomach the extra cash to make sure they get a ticket by paying over the odds, because they think, well, and there will be less people in that ballot. There'll be less people willingly putting themselves in the £74 category than there will be the £44 category. I went, as you would have seen on the screen recording, I think, down the middle. I think I went the £57 category 1 or something. So, again, it's not cheap, like nearly 60 quid to see Newcastle v Villa. Well, I suppose it is, what is it, like a 5th v 6th, 5th, 7th clash or something now, but it's still way too much, man. The owners, yes, they've got this right and changing it, but I think, and there's still a lot of talk on this on Twitter, they need to kind of understand the area and realise Newcastle is a working class city. And I know the more ticket sales, the more revenue, FFP, and it all goes into one big bubble, and it means we can buy more players. That's great, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of people out there that can't afford that. Cost of living crisis at the minute, and people can't afford that. People are having to be tight on the supermarket shop. You know, people are doing all sorts to try and reduce their outgoings. So they think 70 odd quid on an hour and a half of entertainment, it's a bit much, and that's why there's an uproar, and rightfully so in my opinion. But yesterday they did announce that. Huge backlash on social media, especially in other organisations and fan groups emailing the club and getting in touch with them. But thankfully, unlike the previous regime, these owners listen. And you know, you've got to commemorate them on that. You've got to praise them for this, that they have listened, they have took into fans' feelings and thoughts and opinions and rectified it, changed the decision. So that's a big bonus. I think it's great that the owners have listened, have took it on board, and you know, they've made the right choice there. It's only fair that people can choose where they sit and choose how much they are willing to spend. So let's have a look, put the old Bon Dorma specs on, and have a look at what the club did release. So they're talking about how the membership went on sale this morning, 10 AM for Aston Villa, and then it closes at 10 AM on Friday the 4th of August. Members were initially informed that seats would be allocated randomly in any available area of the stadium if they were successful in the ballot, with payment taken automatically. After reviewing feedback from fans and supporter groups, members will now be able to select a specific ticket price category that best suits their needs, and payment will only be taken if they are successful in the ballot for their chosen category. And the thing is what they note here as well, please note that supporters are unable to select multiple price categories at all time. I tried to do that myself as soon as I went in there, and I thought, category 1, 2, 3, bar 892, anyone I can get. I'm picking all 6. Hopefully I'm successful in one of them. It said in my basket it was going to cost about 300 quid, and I quickly changed my mind on that. A bit mad. But yeah, you can only lucky dip the one category. So, you know, you got to take your pick, you got to try and be smart with it. Are you willing to pay over the odds? Are you going to try and get the 40 odd quid one? These are the things, you know what I mean? It's a bit of a quiz show. You got to be careful with it. NUFC CEO Darren Eales said, "We are committed to ensuring match tickets are made available fairly so that fans can continue to support the team so magnificently home and away. Well, we have made positive changes in that regard following ticket workshops with fans. We also appreciate the feedback we specifically received in response to our proposed home ticket ballot process for members." After reviewing the feedback, we have made an adjustment and members will be able to select the specific price point that best suits them when at the ballot. Supporter engagement is hugely important to us, and we will continue to seek fans' views as we build towards a sustainable success together. So nice to hear there from Eels, taking into account fans' views and saying that they will consult with us in the future, because a lot of other stuff that came out yesterday is, you know, this thing with they released the away ticket details for Man City, so they go on sale, I think it's today at 2 for 100 points and more, and then they drops every day or so by points if they haven't, their tickets haven't been took. And then also with the away match tickets, they're going to keep a certain amount for a ballot for season ticket holders, so they get a chance to go to away games. So for those season ticket holders that don't have enough loyalty points, they will have an option to enter a ballot as well and try and get to some away games that they might not be able to go to without having the required amount of loyalty points. And this is something as well that was interesting and caused a bit of discussion. And also there will be random spot checks at away games next year to ensure that the person with the ticket is indeed the season ticket holder, the supporter ID number match and stuff like that. So for me, I think that's a load of nonsense. I don't think that'll happen. I don't think they've got the facilities for that, big man, where they're going to check all these details and supporter numbers at a turnstile and there's thousands of pissed fans trying to get through. It's not going to happen. For me, I think it's fear-mongering. And it's a bit sham, really, because there's a lot of fans out there who get them for the mates who have got the points, and then there's loads of people that do it that way or they get shifted around. Now, the ballot thing is pretty good. That gives people a chance who haven't got loyalty points to go. But again, you know, there's a hardcore loyal away following for Newcastle that have been going for 10, 20, 30 years through all the crap. So it's always, I mean, you know what I mean? When you only get given a couple of thousand tickets, it's always going to be difficult, isn't it? You cannot please everyone, and that's the tricky position the club are in. There's more information online there on the nufc.co.uk website about this and about the ballots and how it works and all that. I'm not going to bore you with all those details. We have talked long enough there today on memberships and ballots, but once again, well done to the club for listening to the fans' feedback, taking their views into account and rectifying their wrongs, because it was wrong yesterday. They've learned from it, and within a day they've sorted it. So fair play, well done to the Newcastle United owners, Eels and the rest of them. So the transfer news then, it's all gone a bit quiet on the transfer front with incomings. Like I said, a lot of that was because everyone, including Dan Ashworth, flew out to America with Harvey Barnes. You've seen him on my training ground vlog. Dan Ashworth, he was there with Harvey Barnes. He then flew out to the States with him, and there was nobody left in Newcastle. Everyone was enjoying themselves over there, obviously working as well, and I'm just taking the mick. But now that they're all back, it's back to business. We're still trying to sign people. Eddie Howe wants at least 2 more signings before the window closes this month. Actually, no, it's 1st September, isn't it? But it is the 2nd of August today, so there isn't much time left, really. A good few weeks and the season kicks off, and it gets harder to sign players. People are playing, there's injuries, they're busy. So yeah, it's a tricky one, but we're still wanting a full-back, Livramento. We're still wanting a centre-back. Will we get a midfielder or a right winger in on loan? We'll wait and see. But in terms of concrete links, there's nothing new to report on apart from the Livramento and Lewis Hall rumours that are still there. And Chelsea are willing to let Lewis Hall go on loan, and they're also willing to listen to offers for Mark Cucurella. So we'll see. I think in the next few days, transfer talk will really heat up, and the rumours will start flying in, and the work will start becoming even more intense behind the scenes to get some more bodies through the door. People who are leaving the door, who are leaving St James Park, is another one in Harrison Ashby. The young right back is on his way to Swansea City. Ashby will sign a loan deal with Swansea City for the 23-24 season, and he's actually been pictured training with them in the past couple of days. So Ashby to Swansea looks set to be officially announced very soon. Now, he did decent for me when I watched him in the US tour. For his development, his fitness, game time, he will spend a season on loan at Swansea. All the best to him. Good luck. Hopefully he keeps fit and smashes it down there in the Championship, especially against the Mackems, who got beat last night 5-2 off Hartlepool. We'll end the video on that. Delightful, funny high note. Cheers for watching, everyone. Make sure you drop your comments below on this one. Subscribe to Magpie Channel TV and enjoy yourself.